start just in Sukhasana. So Sukhasana is easy seated pose. So just sitting like you are with your hands on your knees, spine nice and tall, and we'll just close our eyes here and just begin with breath. Just allow the breath to be organic, to arrive where it is in your body. Maybe taking a breath in through the nose. Exhale, letting it all go. And then just let the breath settle as we begin to create our container for our practice today. You've carved out this time and this space to just exist, to be here. The shoulders move down away from the ears. Relax your jaw. And the forehead soften. And just notice any areas in your body that are feeling a little restless right now. Maybe feeling the urge to move or to shift. And if it feels good to make those adjustments, make them. Maybe just invite those places to soften a little more. Let go of whatever brought you here and whatever is to come. Allow those thoughts to drift away. And begin to open up to curiosity, to whatever unfolds here in this moment. And this is our first class together. And whether you've practiced yoga in any way whatsoever before, or this is your first time stepping on the mat, doesn't matter. Here we are starting new. It's a new day, a new practice, a new body, a new mindset. So all that matters is what's right here, right now. And the purpose of this class of mindful movement is to just to connect with your body, your mind, your spirit, your breath, and to create a practice that is uniquely yours. Let's take a big inhale in. Place our hands over our heart center. Exhale out. And just think about what you are doing here. What are you doing here? Why are you showing up to yourself today? What's brought you here? And just start with that intention of, this is why I'm here. And if you're unsure, that's okay too. Keep it open to being answered throughout your practice. And release your hands at your sides on the mat. And we'll just start with a brief warm up. So, inhaling, drawing the right fingertips up overhead, maybe bending that left elbow a little and leaning over to the left side, opening up the right side of the body here, feeling that stretch. And back up through center, releasing the right hand down to the mat. Left hand lifts, palm facing up. Inhale, reaching upwards and over the head. And releasing back down. Other side. Right palm facing up. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, palm facing downward. Back down to the mat, coming back through center. Inhale, left side. Exhale, palm facing outward, moving down to the mat. One more each side. Inhale, right palm facing upward, reaching maybe a little bit further this time, just reaching those fingertips towards the wall. Exhale, turn the palm downward, back through center. Inhale, last one, left side, palm reaching up, reaching, palm facing out, exhale all the way down. And if you're comfortable seated here, you can stay here or bring the legs out long if you feel like you need to stretch your legs. And we'll just find a nice long spine and just do a few neck rolls. So just gently bring the chin towards the chest, wherever's comfortable for you. And then draw on the inhale, right ear to the right shoulder. And exhale, chin back down towards the chest. Inhale, left ear to left shoulder. Nice and slow. Moving at your own pace wherever you are. And coming back through center. And drawing the nose back upward. Bringing your chin parallel to the earth. And we'll just gaze upward towards the sky. Very gentle here. Nothing too extreme. Exhale, back down. Like a slow yes. What's something that maybe you said yes to today? Coming back to neutral. And then just side to side. So gaze coming towards the right shoulder. Keeping the spine nice and long. Exhaling back through center. Inhaling to the left. Exhaling back through center. Something you said no to today. And we'll move to our mat with our knees on the mat. So maybe bringing your blanket for a little bit of cushion for our knees. And just leaning forward and tucking your toes under. So knees hip distance apart, and then just tucking our toes. And we'll place our hands pressed into the earth here. And you judge where you need to be today. So sending the hips back. The deeper you send the hips back towards the heels, the more intensity you'll feel in stretching the toes here. And you, if you feel like you want to, can walk the hands all the way back and come upright. This is the fullest extent of a toe stretch here, so it can be pretty intense. If you want to be here, you can, or you can walk the hands back out. We're just stretching out the bottoms of our feet, the soles of our feet, awakening our roots a little here. Just feeling into all of our toes. Pressing our hands into the earth, really connecting ourselves here and grounding, thinking of our toes as little tap roots, reaching into the earth. And bring the body forward and maybe tap the feet out a little bit. And whatever's comfortable for you, you can bring your knees width of the mat. We'll move into child's pose, or you can bring them together, but width of the mat, and send the hips back down towards the earth. Big toes together, and then knees the width of the mat. And then that makes a little bit of space for our bodies, for our bellies. And then we walk the hands out and just bring your body towards the earth, bringing your forehead either to one of your yoga blocks or all the way to the earth, whatever feels most comfortable for you. Just take a couple of breaths here. Deep breaths. Feel into the belly. Nice deep belly breath here. And bring your gaze between your hands, so looking forward to the top of your mat. And walk the hands back towards the body, bringing our head up last. And if you are comfortable sitting back on your knees, you can, or you can find that easy seated pose. Just pausing here for a moment, we'll excuse me, shake the wrists out a little bit. So just do some wrist circles, nice and gentle here. One way and then the other. Just warming up our wrists a little bit. And maybe some shoulder shrugs and just making some circles with our shoulders, starting small here, and then moving a little bit bigger, getting the arms into it. Just feel into the corners of our bodies. Our shoulders hold a lot of tension. We don't often move them very much throughout our day other than towards our ears. So just kind of releasing anything that could have built up today. Make your circles bigger as you move through this and really just feeling into opening the arms up, the shoulders, nice and slow, and maybe going the opposite direction. Just bringing the arms back and forward. Okay, and shake it all out. Shake out the arms. Okay, some little flicks with our fingers now, flicking energy away. All that yucky stuff, anything yucky, the traffic, people, conversations, whatever it was, thoughts that you had, emotions that you want to get rid of, we're just flicking them away now. So just flick them with force, like, get away. Flicking it outward. Get away. Yuck. Done with it. Doesn't serve me. Goodbye. So long. Okay. Now bring to mind, well, tap out your feet if you need to, or make any adjustments to how you're sitting. And bring to mind something that you want to call into your practice, call into your evening. And we'll just think about it being up here and like it's taffy or something really stringy that we're just pulling down. So with some tension here. So we're reaching up on the inhale and grabbing it, and then exhale, pulling it down. Whatever it is that you're wanting to draw in. Inhale, reaching up, maybe gazing up and looking at it and drawing it down inward. Pulling it down into our container. What am I trying to bring into my practice? Down into this. What do I want my evening to look like? My next day? Bringing it in. Two more each side. Okay. And coming to tabletop. So bringing our knees stacked underneath the hips and our wrists stacked under our shoulders. Nice neutral spine here. Bring the knees the width of your hips, so just a little bit of space between them, like you're a table. You're just creating a tabletop here. We're really pressing into the earth with our palms of our hands and really gripping the mat. And the tops of our feet are pressing into the earth as well. So we aren't slumping down between our shoulders, we're really pushing away. Find this strength here and maybe pulling just with our mind, our navel in towards the spine a little to support our core. And we'll do a few cat-cows here to wake up our spine. So inhale, drop the belly, gaze comes up, tailbone rises. So you find like a cow here. Exhale, we push away from the earth, tuck the tailbone, round the spine. Gaze comes towards our navel. Inhale, drop the belly. Gaze comes up, tailbone rises. Nice and gentle, easing into this. Exhale, round the spine. Push away from the earth. Move through these at your own pace here for a little bit. Few breaths here. Maybe take a little more movement here. Maybe moving the hips around in circles, sending the hips back a little, coming forward, or maybe feeling into the rib cage more. Find all those little corners in your body and just feel into those spaces. There's a place that's a little sticky, maybe pause there for a moment. Invite, release, invite it to soften. Okay, coming back through center here. Let's tuck the toes and we'll take our first downward dog. So this is going to be an introduction to this. So we'll take it nice and slow, keeping your knees hip distance apart. Just tuck the toes and then press through your hands into the earth. Lift the knees a little, just press the hips back. Sending the hips back. Keep your knees bent as much as you need here. Don't worry so much about your heels touching the earth. Just keep your knees bent. And then lower down. Back down to the knees. Beautiful. Okay. We'll take a little child's pose here. So big toes together, knees width of the mat. Just send the hips back, reaching the arms out in front. Body comes to the earth, forehead towards the earth. Take 3 breaths here. Okay, coming back through tabletop. So find your nice sturdy table, your wrists stacked underneath your shoulders, knees under the hips. Tuck the toes. Take a deep inhale through the nose. Exhale, press back, downward dog. Bending the knees as much as you need. Bringing the chest towards the thighs. Last breath here. Exhale, lower the knees down. Okay, now we're going to move our blanket out of the way. We'll find tabletop again just briefly. This is our last downward dog. So press your hands into the mat, tuck the toes, inhale, exhale, press back. Lift your gaze towards your hands so you're staring at the top of your mat. And then take little tiny tiptoe walk with the feet towards the front of the mat. Take as much time as you need to get there, as many steps as you need until the feet come towards the hands at the top of the mat. Inhale, come all the way up. Plant the feet, yeah. Walk the hands back towards the feet. There you go. Inhale all the way up. Exhale, hands at heart center. You're doing great. Okay, wherever you are on your mat, walk all the way up to the front of your mat here and find your blocks. And place your blocks somewhere close by, somewhere where you can reach them. We'll find a mountain pose, Tadasana. So bring the feet hip distance apart and stand up nice and tall. Bring your arms at your sides, palms facing outward. Roll the shoulders up towards the ears and then down the back. So we're opening the heart space here. Fingertips are reaching outward, so active hands here. Maybe just really rooting down through the soles of our feet, through our heels, maybe even lifting the toes a little bit off the mat if that feels safe to you. Just feeling nice and stable here. Taking a few deep breaths just to really ground in, to really root down. Okay, so we will move through kind of a half sun salutation. So we'll inhale, and you can watch me first, and I'll just show you so you can see what we're doing, or you can move with me if you'd like. So inhale, we're circle sweep the arms upward, palms together, gaze comes towards the hands. Exhale, bending at the hips, bend the knees. And this is where your blocks come in. Fold all the way down, bringing your hands to your blocks. Inhale, halfway lift here with a flat back. And then exhale, down. And then inhale, pressing through the feet, rising all the way up. Big circle sweep here. Palms together. Exhale, hands at heart center. That's our half sun salutation. We'll move through a couple of them. Okay, so find your mountain pose. Nice and strong here. Inhaling, circle, sweep the arms up. Big stretch here, reaching palms together. Exhale, bend the knees. All the way down. Bend the knees as much as you need. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, all the way down. Inhale, circle, sweep the arms up. Pressing through the feet, all the way up. Exhale, hands at heart center. Okay, find mountain. Take a couple of breaths here. Next inhale, circle, sweep the arms up. Palms together, exhale, all the way down, fold forward. Inhale, halfway lift, hands to your blocks. Nice long spine here, flat back. Exhale, fold all the way down. And here we're going to grab each elbow. So just grabbing each elbow and just allow your head to dangle here. Have some bend in the knees and just gently sway side to side, eyes open so we don't fall over. Just taking ragdoll for a moment here. Releasing the spine. Okay, inhale, coming all the way up, really press through the feet. All the way up. Exhale, hands at heart center. Look at that. You did your half sun salutations. Look at you go. We're doing it. We're doing the yoga. Okay, so this time we'll move into a chair pose. So as we come up, inhaling, reaching the arms up here. Exhaling, we're going to bend the knees like we're going to sit in a chair and just send the hips back and keep the arms up, either up overhead, squeezing the arms in towards the ears, or bringing them to heart center. So whichever you prefer, just drawing the shoulder blades together and really rooting through our heels here, pulling the navel in towards the spine, sending the hips back. We're going to sit, but we're not sitting. Take a couple of breaths here. We're feeling so strong. Look at us go. Next exhale, fold forward and release. Inhale all the way up. Exhale. Okay. How are we feeling? Good. Good? Good. Okay, great. Okay. So this time we're going to take a little step backward. So inhaling, drawing our arms up. Exhale, folding forward. Inhaling to the half lift. Exhaling, folding forward and stepping the right foot back. Perfect. Inhale, press through the feet, lifting all the way up into a warrior one. So arms up overhead here. Make any adjustments that you need with your feet. So somewhat like they're on railroad tracks. Perfect. So inhaling, reaching here. And then we'll move into a warrior two. So we'll take our back right foot and bring it parallel to the back side of our mat. Little bend in our left knee here. And we want our heel to be somewhat in line with the arch of our back foot. So we're bending here, arms out to a T, and our right leg is straight. So we're lunging forward slightly. This is our warrior two. Nice and strong here, lengthening the spine. Inhale, bring the right foot up to meet the left. Exhale, fold forward. Half lift. Exhale all the way. Inhale all the way up. Exhale, hands at heart center. And mountain. Okay, now we'll move to the left side. Inhale, arms reach all the way up. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold forward. And send the left foot back. Stepping back. When you're ready, pressing through the feet, through the soles of the feet. Inhale, reaching the arms up. Stretching here, lengthening. Take 3 breaths. And find warrior 2. So turning the left foot towards parallel to the back of the mat. Right foot's perpendicular. Reaching the arms out to the sides. Gaze comes over your right fingertips. Bend in the right knee, just lunging forward here. Inhale, step that left foot forward, reach all the way up. Exhale, fold forward. Halfway lift. Exhale all the way down. And this time stepping back, and we'll come down to our mat again. So coming down however is intuitive to you. Bringing your blanket back to our mat. Supporting our little knees here. We'll come back through tabletop. Once you find your tabletop position, your knees stacked underneath your hips, we'll step or walk that right foot forward to meet the hands. Coming into a little lunge here. Just taking little steps. Right foot. Just little steps forward towards the hands. And we can come up to our blocks. So you find your blocks and come up to our blocks here. Make any adjustments you need. So if you want to bring your foot off of your blanket so you feel a little more stable, there you go. And our blocks can come to the inside of our feet. Perfect. You have your back toes tucked, which is great, provides some stability. And we're just letting the hips kind of sink down towards the earth. Just a little release here. Lunging forward slightly. Just a couple of breaths. And send the hips back and keep the right toes pointed towards the front of the room. Very good. Okay, and moving back through tabletops, releasing that right knee. And then we'll walk or step the left foot forward to meet the hands. So just itty bitty little steps to get it there. Nice. And then using your blocks if you'd like. Finding that little lunge here on the left side. And exhale, send the hips back. Left toes pointed. Little stretch here. Okay. Releasing the blocks. And we will lay down on our backs. So just lay it down on your back on the mat. Knees bent, feet hip distance apart. And we'll just gently rock the knees side to side, back and forth. Nice and slow here. Just really feeling into our hips, our lower back. And coming back through center, drawing the knees in towards the chest. So grabbing on wherever you can, either below the knees or the backs of the thighs. Just giving them a little squeeze here. Then interlacing the fingers under the right knee and letting the left leg come out long. Flex the toes towards the face and just stretch that sole of your left foot towards the back of the room. Taking some time here to wind down our practice. Inhale, draw that left knee back in towards the body. Give them a little squeeze and move to the opposite side. So interlacing the fingers behind the left knee or under the left knee, reaching that right foot out. You can rest the heel on the earth here, but flex the toes towards the body, really stretching through that right leg. Inhale, draw the right knee towards the body. Give it a little squeeze and then drop the feet back down, hip distance apart, knees bent. And we will cross our right leg over our left. Just a gentle little twist here. You can keep the knees bent if you'd like, or you can extend the legs, whatever feels good to you. And switch to the opposite side. Left left leg crossing over the right. Release, and let's just take a big stretch, letting our legs stretch out long and our arms up overhead, just reaching all the way from our fingertips to our toes, just a big stretch. Exhale, bringing the arms to your sides. We'll move into the meditation portion of this class. So you can find Shavasana just laying down, your arms at your sides, or you can be seated, however you would like to receive this. Get comfy. Use a blanket if you'd like. Find a posture that feels good to you. Something grounding, restorative. Begin to let go of the practice. Let go of any thoughts of judgment. Any worries about how this practice went. Allow them to drift away. Invite thoughts of strength and encouragement. You did this. You showed up. You tried something new and different. That's something to be proud of. And allow the body to settle towards the earth here. To really sink down into your sit bones, or allow your spine to melt towards the earth. Let the jaw relax and the forehead soften, and the shoulders to drop down away from your ears. There's an invitation here to draw that intention that you set at the beginning of your practice back into your awareness. Noticing why you were here, what brought you here. Just checking in without any judgment. If you forgot about your intention or one didn't arise during your practice, that's okay too. Maybe notice what's coming up now. Be curious about what has awakened within you. We are feeling into the thawing of the earth, moving out of these still, cold months of retreat and into the sun. The earth within us is awakening. We are clearing away the limbs and leaves that have fallen, uncovering new life emerging from our earth. Little sprouts are beginning to reach towards the light within us. What are these little bits of life emerging within you? What parts of you are reaching towards the light? As we notice these little bits of new life emerging, think about how we can cultivate nourishment. How can we, in the coming days or weeks, nourish these new little leaves, little sprouts emerging? How can we care for them, water them, feed them? See if you can imagine for a moment what they will become, what could be possible if we were to nourish and tend to our little sprouts. What could be possible? What could they grow to be? What fruit or flowers would they bear? Take note of your inner garden, what it looks like. What is here? We're going to come back to it each week. Tend to our soil, nourish the seeds we've planted. Watch everything grow and come to life within us. As we build our practice, as we build and grow our garden together. Bring the hands to the heart and take a moment here of gratitude for this space that you have created today, for this time that you have carved out to connect, to try something new, to breathe, to move. Thank you so much for joining me for this first of many practices of mindful movement and meditation. It is my greatest wish that you carry this practice with you throughout the rest of your evening, the rest of your week, and beyond. Satnam, may you align with your favorite versions of you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. How are we feeling?